In the next portion of the DVD, we're going to concentrate on building a facial rig for this character and do it strictly through bones instead of using the morph system that we did for the first one. I've gone ahead and actually built all of the bones because this is a pretty straightforward process and it really doesn't need explanation on how to put bones into place. But what I'd like to do is cover right now as to why I've put them where I've put them and what they're expected to achieve where they are. Again, we're going to start with the jaw bone that's going to basically handle all the main jaw rotation up and down and side to side, and even a little bit of twisting if we like. I've then carried a circle of bones around the mouth, one from one side, and you can see where it starts and stops, and then on the other side, just mirrored it over using the bone mirror system in here in the bone tools, so that we don't end up with mirrored bones. And in this character, I've also followed one around sort of that line that comes off the nose down around the chin, because that's such a big flexible character, this character's face. How you end up doing this for any given character is really based on what you need out of the character's performance. You can't say that this specific setup is going to be exactly the same for you know, every character. A character has a very thin face, not a lot of sort of fatty tissue on his face. Might require a completely different way of addressing it. So you can see that I've carried it around there, and again I've mirrored it over to the other side. And then what I've done is I've radiated it out from the mouth area, out along each one of them, and basically this is to create sort of a muscle flow direction. So when the mouth opens, it'll squash this joint. We can skin to this as well as the ones right around the lips. If I pull these, a control that'll be here, let's say, it would squash this side, it would stretch these out and pull them, it would stretch this one out, and we could get sort of a nice muscle tissue sort of feel around the face, nice flexible face area. I've carried separate bones all the way around and underneath his jowls as well. Now, one of the nice things about this is this character's got quite a soft, fatty, tissuey face, and this should probably be doing a little bit of jiggle and bounce when the character moves. In this case, what we'll be able to do is use something like a spring controller on the joint here and get it to do a little bit of flexy motion, and here as well, let's say, and underneath in the middle, and actually get this joint to bounce a little bit and bounce and flex a little bit. What I'll do is I'll just turn on bone edit mode, and you can see sort of where we'll go at is this will be able to bounce and flex here. We'll be able to even do it here if we wanted, and have something like this. So you can see that we're getting this nice flex on 4 different axes, in a sense, 4 different directions around the face. And again, we can do the same out here. We'll have a control that handles movement of the face. Just go to screen mode, and we can stretch and be able to flex it on all angles. So we should be able to get just about everything we need out of the mouth. Now you might want to, again, if it's, you know, depending on how much complexity in the face shapes you're looking for, you might want an extra bone or 2 around the mouth in areas, and even possibly radiating out so that you can get more flexibility in the mouth. We should be able to get a fair amount here, because we should be able to get a nice sort of you know, lip curls up and down. Of course, the corner of the mouth will be able to flex out. So we should be able to get a fair amount of control out of this character. And same thing with the bottom lip. We should be able to get a fair amount of control going, and in the top and whatnot. Around the eyes, similar sort of setup. What I've got is around the bottom of the eyes, around the top of the eyes. Around the bottom of the eyes may not be quite as needed. You might be able to use it and be able to you know, get the when a character smiles, be able to push this up and help push up the fatty tissue underneath the eye. But then for sure with the eyebrow, we need to be able to control the eyebrow, be able to bend and flex this to be able to get what we're looking for. The eyelids as well, what we're doing here is we're setting it up so that we've got 3 joints, top and bottom, for the eyelid. This way we can actually get a lot of bend and flex out of the eyelid. So we'll be skinning the edge of the eyelid to these. Now what I've done is I've snapped them